Hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. I hope you all are well. Today I'm out here in the southwestern Utah desert. Before me are the western side of the Beaver Dam Mountains. What I'm doing today is I'm taking Jen's 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayan, riding it up over the mountains and through the desert, back out to the highway. So there you have it. Jen's a little under the weather. She said, man, that Himalayan needs to be ridden. I was like, I'll do it. She said, okay. She said, don't lay it down. I said, I won't. So I'm not going to jump any ditches in this bike today. I'm just going to ride through the desert. This dirt road maybe gets a little gnarly up in the pass. I'm not sure if I remember correctly. But pretty chill dirt road through the desert. Shouldn't be anything intense. And Jen always says how she feels like she floats over everything on this bike. So I'm going to see if I'm going to float through the desert today. So here we go. Let's get started. All right, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. ABS is off. All right, so here we go. So the highway ride out was, well, I was really comfortable on the bike. I haven't ridden this bike for maybe more than, I've only ridden it once really. And I only rode it for maybe half an hour. It was right when Jen just got it. We brought it home from Vegas. So I have no experience on this bike, on the dirt really, or really on the asphalt for that matter. So we're gonna get a good ride in today. The highway ride out was, man, it's just smooth as smooth can be. I will say this about the Himalayan, it's comfortable. Indeed, it is comfortable. The seat is extremely comfortable. And at first, when I first got on it, I've been riding the Honda 300 and the KLR 650 the last couple days, so it was a little bizarre. I felt like I was kind of at a downward angle position sitting in it, but that kind of wore off after a few minutes of riding, and it's no big deal. What I did find, surprisingly good, was the shift lever. I'm wearing, you know, size 11 moon boots down here, and I have no problem shifting. It's just the stock shift lever. It hasn't been positioned any different way. I have no problem shifting, so that's cool. Yeah, there really isn't anything technical on this ride. It's a pretty popular route. The road gets a little chunky up at the pass, but other than that, it's pretty much a straight shot. And on the other side, the eastern side of the mountains there, the road's in even better condition, so foresee no problems. So the Himalayan weighs as much as my KLR 650. A good 450 pounds or so, man. It's a heavy bike, and it's got a pretty low seat height. I have a 32-inch inseam, and I'll show you, man. I got brakes a little squeaky with the dust. I'm flat-footed when I'm standing. I mean, no tiptoes, no nothing. Flat-footed. So I know that's one of the things that Jen really likes about the bike, is that she's able to stand comfortably on it, and I definitely can understand that. Yeah, she's handling this loose stuff pretty good. I mean, she's a little lower to the ground, so it's a pretty stable bike. And for its weight, I feel like it's a pretty maneuverable bike. Yeah, this side, the western side of this trip here, the road's a little more loose and chunky. It's a whole lot smoother on the other side. It's not a big deal. It's just pointing that out. And it is a popular drive, so I'm not going to try and rush through here. Well, mainly for two reasons. One, I don't want to end up on someone's hood, and also I'm not really familiar with the bike, so I want to take it somewhat easy. Oh, there we go. She almost lost it in that soft sand right there. Remember that. We start making our way up to the pass now. Yeah, you can see the pass right there in front of me, kind of V-shaped, straight ahead. We're going to cruise right up through there. And I'm under the impression she's just going to tractor up it. All right, are we about to get interesting? Let's drop her down to first. I feel like it's about to get nice. There's some sharp turns here. We'll just tractor right on up this. Huh. Might have been graded recently. I thought this was an interesting section, but I was mistaken. Shift standing up pretty easily. It's not bad. Very comfortable to stand in. Yes, indeed. Oh, well, we're almost to the pass. She's climbed right up this. No problem. I think she's enjoying it. Yeah. All right, here we are. This is the pass. This is it. Yeah, it's been recently graded, which is cool. What do we got going on here? Ooh, it's a nice little steep drop off. Be riding that rear brake down, so we'll see how that does. No rush here, we'll just take our time going down. Rear brake's a bit noisy. All's good. You know, this is one torquey motorcycle. I feel like she could just crawl up anything, really. Get a little knobbier tire on her and, man, No problems. Oh, there we go. Nice little drop. Those back brakes work pretty good. Woo, 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 woo. We're sliding down it now. It's a little too steep to just riding in first. Ride that brake down. Well, the rear brakes work. That's good. Nice. Absolutely pleasant cruise in the desert on this motorcycle. And I may have to agree with Jen. I'm just floating over the desert right now. Just floating over the desert right now, baby. It's pretty blind right there. I don't want to... Ooh. We'll hit that in first, though. Nice. There's a nice view of the Pine Valley Mountains in the distance. Kind of obscured by a haze. That's dust from the wind. The wind's been howling incessantly for like 2 months now. Yesterday it was like 30 mile per hour gusts. But we're getting into later May. That wind yesterday brought some cool weather, so I can't complain about it. Temperatures are perfect out here right now. It's in the 70s. Man, perfect. Perfect to do some desert floating on the Himalayan. Might as well be on the asphalt. Cruising. That's a pretty good view over there. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. I must say, I do feel like I'm floating right now. It's been a joy riding this motorcycle today. I am pleasantly surprised. Ooh, we got someone hauling butt up here. Get the brights on. There's a little flicker switch on the front up here, this yellow tab. See it? You can flick your lights. It's not a bad idea to do. This guy's screaming through here. Alright, you see me good. Right. Pretty much straight shot now. So the road here is hard packed, gravelly, not deep gravel, and you know, she's comfortable doing 40 miles an hour on this. Not squirrely at all, very stable. The only squirreliness I've found with her today was when I got in some finer sand, a little deeper sand, and I think it's just because of the type of tire that's on the bike. If I would have had a little more knob, I probably wouldn't have slipped like I did, but thus far, and I'm almost out of here, that was the only section where I felt the bike get a little squirrely on me. Aw, man. That just went by a little too fast. There it is, folks. We're off the dirt. Bummer! Ah, man. That was too much fun. Okay. Just about back to the highway. Just around the corner here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Jen. I indeed felt like I was floating today. Fantastic ride on the dirt. Damn, now what am I gonna do? Now I'm gonna want one. Great. And that's the cool, you know, these bikes are actually pretty affordable. I think out the door generally paid a little over $7 grand for the new 2022 model, and it's not bad at all. All right, we're all clear. Boom, 55. There we are, cruising. Man, absolute joy to ride this bike. Now what am I gonna do? I'm back, yo, let me ride that bike more often. Oh. One thing that I was wondering about, this trip's going to be, I don't know, 50, 60 miles or so looped back into St. George here. Maybe a little longer, but generally that amount. And when you first sit down on the Himalayan, at least for me after riding the KLR or the Honda, I feel a little squunched up. Not as bad as the XT250, but definitely feeling a little squunched up. I thought my knees might be a little more uncomfortable by this time on the trip after about 50, 60 miles in, and I'm actually very comfortable still. I've done a lot of standing, granted. So I did a lot of standing on that ride. I'm wondering if I had spent a little more time, if I'd sat the whole time like on the asphalt, my knees probably would be a little more uncomfortable than they already are. But standing wise, perfectly comfortable on this bike. Like I said, I'm 5'10", and it fits me great. It fits Jen great, standing wise. The stock pegs could be switched out, I'm sure. Something a little more wider, a little more of a platform to stand on, but it is what it is. And I tell you one thing they got immensely right on this motorcycle is the seat. The seat is excellent, and that does make a big difference. I mean, the seat is incredibly comfortable. Folks, thank you very much for joining me on this ride as I floated through the desert on the Himalayan. Yeah, I gotta agree with Jen. I floated over that shit. Woo, man, that was an excellent ride. So, folks, there you have it. 2022 Royal Enfield Himalayan. I think it's a very capable motorcycle. To a point, that is. I think, giving its weight, I think it's quite maneuverable. Very stable. I see a lot of good things with this bike. I know Jen's thoroughly happy and stoked with the bike, so we're looking forward to a lot of adventures with it. So stay tuned, lots more content to come. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps us out tremendously. Absolutely, it encourages us to keep creating more content. So thank you all very much for taking your time and using it to spend watching this. We do appreciate it. Folks, stay safe out there. We will see you next time. D-Rock out. Adios.